pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Want me to read these? Okay, minutes. Selectmen's meeting minutes, March 18th, 2019, town office, 5 p.m. Present, Shirley Humphrey, Hadley Bucher, Judy Ellen. Staff, Chris Littlefield, town manager, and several citizens. Minutes of the previous meeting. Hadley read minutes aloud for March 4th, 2019. Motion to accept is read, voted 3-0 to accept. Public forum. Does budget come back to selectmen after the budget committee makes recommendation? Chris answered no, that the budget would be presented at town meeting as the budget committee recommends and selectmen recommends for the public to vote on. Unfinished business. Motion for town of Hartland animal control ordinance to become part of the warrant for town meeting as presented. Vote 0-3 to accept. New business. Motion to support St. Albans Summer Fest for $45, voted 3-0 to accept. Motion to move 4:15-minute meeting to 4:16 at the same time, voted 3-0 to accept. Motion to change the time on the municipal election per the town manager's request of 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., voted 3-0 to accept. Motion to present the landfill opportunity with Walden renewables at town meeting. Motion voted 3-0 to accept. Under other, Hadley asked about pothole repair. Chris reported that we got coal patch at 1:30 p.m. today. What was the result of the letter of intent with H.E.A.T? Chris reported that he applied for a $1 million pass-through grant for H.E.A.T from CDBG. Who ended up on the focus group committee? Chris to report next meeting with a list. Signed warrants. Motion to adjourn, 5:33 p.m. Voted 3-0 to accept. Respectfully submitted, Chris Littlefield, town manager.
Make a motion to accept this, right?
I'll second it. And all those in favor? It is a vote. And public forum. Do you have any? Yes.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about the change in the polling hours. I think everybody will agree that voting is really important. It's a right that we have, and any way that, and sometimes it's the only voice we have to be heard. So anytime that you limit that in any way, like you guys do with changing the hours, it concerns me. And not only does it concern me, I've been out into the community lately and I've had a couple of people mention that. I won't tell you what they said because it wasn't nice, but anyway, I wanted to ask, what was the motives of changing that, especially this year when we've got a challenge going on? Why did we do this? I know
Well, simply
Chris brought it up,
because
but
Chris says those last couple of hours, there's only one or two people who come in.
But first off, it's a request from the town clerk. That's where it starts. The town clerk sets the,
so Tish just out of the blue came to us and said, hey, we should.
she asked last year actually, and we didn't change it last year, and this year she kept track. And she said there was like 2 or 3 voters the last 2 hours. And she did ask to stop at 6, and I didn't think that that was long enough. So I asked the selectmen to go to 7. I don't see staying open from till 8 o'clock for one vote and pay everybody. We're paying people to tally and do the poll and all of that.
Not
So
very much, right?
no, but it costs money. It's going to be a few $100.
But I thought the polling hours were set by the state anyway, they're not?
No.
Each town does their own.
Well, there is, on the computer, I looked it up, and there are state polling hours.
Yeah, there would be if there's a state election. We don't have a state election.
Right.
It's a town election.
Yes, right.
And
Right.
it will be advertised.
Yeah, it's,
Because we don't want anyone to be left out.
But
Most people work so that they could, if they work nights, they can get there in the morning. And if they work days, most people are home before 7,
And
easily.
absentee ballots are available
Right.
tomorrow.
And pick them up tomorrow.
I would question too whether the vote could be voided, because I would think Shirley should have abstained from voting, or it personally affected her. But not that it made it change the vote any, but I'm just saying, I think she should
How
have,
would it affect Shirley?
because she's running.
But that wouldn't have anything to do with the hours.
No.
Well, it affects the election. Or could affect, it's possible, could possibly affect the election.
Unless they're telling every political person that's running for office they can't vote.
What's that?
You're telling, then what you're saying is that anybody who's in politics that's supposed to vote, they can't vote because they
No,
can
I'm
vote
just
for
saying she
themselves.
should have abstained from voting here because.
I'm
it's
changing
called-
the hours.
it's
It's
conflict
never
of
been
interest.
that way.
It's called a
never been
conflict
that
of
way.
interest.
But it's never been that way, Debbie.
They do that quite often. As a matter of fact, Hadley abstained from voting on the sewer thing. Because
That's
he
the
was
sewer
But
thing,
that
that's not
affected
the
him
same thing.
directly.
and this affects you.
It doesn't.
Okay, well, I'm just putting it out there.
Okay, thank you.
I wanna add to her comment. You say that there's probably only 1 or 2 voters in that last hour. Now maybe that one person in that last hour may have had to have worked overtime. That was something he couldn't get out of or she couldn't get out of. But in essence, you would be denying that one voter the ability to vote.
But
No, we're
if-
not,
Right.
we have absentee ballots.
Yeah. If
So we're
anyone,
not,
Like I
denying them that opportunity.
he
If
didn't
they
know, they
suspect-
didn't know that they had to all of a sudden work overtime, so he wouldn't know to go get an absentee ballot before the polls closed.
Right, that's a stretch, but. yeah.
But no, it's
a
still,
stretch.
it's still fairness
It's
to
gonna be
everybody's.
advertised, it's no, we have changed the hours before. This isn't the first time we've changed the hours, we've done it in the past. So, it's about, the fact of the matter is, there's only gonna be a small number of folks vote as a general rule, maybe different this year, but if people are gonna vote in a larger number this year than normal, they're gonna do it in the open window when they have the opportunity to vote.
Without a doubt.
So,
But still, there's that one last voter.
right, the intent of changing the hours had nothing to do with the election whatsoever. It had to do
No,
with the
I realize
people who
that.
manage the election and work there. It was a request from them.
I
So it
realize.
has nothing to do with the voters. I think it's time to move on, frankly.
In other words, I can't
Anything
continue
else?
my question.
okay, we'll move on to unfinished business. And the focus group committee, there are listed
See how we're
members.
treated
Yep.
there?
Yep. Yeah.
Would you like me to read this?
Yeah, it's, you can if you'd like to, yeah.
10 residents picked by the Board of Selectmen with a diverse cross-section of experience and professions from the following fields. We had 1 member from the clergy, and that's Randy Butler. 1 member from criminal justice, Matt Brooks. A member from business owner, Tim Belanger. A member from education, Scott Fenimore. 1 member from legal, Chris Ring. 1 member from medical healthcare, Beth Clark. 1 member from engineering, and I don't know how to say Dan's last.
Dan Piasecki,
Okay.
yeah.
1 member from a citizens initiative group, Rick Sanborn. 2 members from Hartland Citizens, Annette Gadashek and John Clark.
You can add Michael too, he's coming. We have 3.
He will be.
He will be.
Okay. Okay. Good, thank you. Okay, unsold tax acquired.
Yeah, so we did a bid out last, week or so ago here on, and we didn't receive any bids at all. There's one on It's 25 Commercial Street, and then there's another parcel on Pittsfield Avenue. Just curious, you wanna put them back out to bid, or what do you wanna do for a process? I don't know of anybody that has made any offers or has come in off the street to make a proposal to us. That has happened in the past, it has not happened this time. My suggestion would be to put it back out to, in the paper one more time.
Now, is that Donald Butler's place?
Yes.
Now, what about on Pittsfield Avenue?
Pittsfield Avenue was a little tiny parcel of property that, I don't know who owned the house, but Cal Warner tore it down for the town. It's that particular parcel, and it's not, according to Al, it's non-buildable. I think it's gonna be a challenge to sell it, quite frankly.
Did we notified the abutting landowners last time, right?
We did that on one, we can do that here as well.
Just let them know.
Yep.
Especially
B.
if that-
Tompkins. B. Tompkins. And her husband own that land. Yeah, so.
It's a house that
Mhm.
Yep, that sounds, you need a motion on that.
No, we can go ahead and do that, we'll just, get in touch with the budding landowners and put it back out to bid one more time, back in the paper.
Okay, new business. We need to sign the warrant for the municipal election.
Yeah, that's just, it's 10 o'clock to 7.
May I sign it?
Sue,
May I sign it?
please.
Oh, yes.
This isn't up to you directly.
No, I know Trish asked for it.
Right, she did. Okay, and the next thing we've got is the town
Town
warrant.
warrant.
Yep. There's a couple of spots here, she's got a signature spot here. Oh, that's for me, I just signed that, I guess. That was for me.
Yep. Okay, so we don't have to worry about that.
Town reports will be available on,
They just went to the printer Friday, so it will probably take a couple weeks. So it'll be a few weeks before they're out. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Madam Chair, when you sell something for a
Tax acquired?
tax acquired, when you sell tax acquired, is that to pay back the back taxes or is that the bid?
Yeah.
Okay, so the bid would include the back taxes.
It includes back taxes and the sewer.
Yeah.
Yeah, any liens that are on it, we add on all at once when we do the selling, even if it only foreclosed for one or the other, because the liens are usually out there in both instances. So we try to clear it up all at the same time.
And 25 is right after the diner, is that right?
Yes, yeah, it's the blue, I think it's the blue roof, John, I'm not 100% sure, I think it's the blue one.
Okay, that's done. Sign certification for the animal control.
Yes, that's what this one is right there.
and that's one where the last meeting.
This is control officer.
Yep, this is Sue. Animal control officer. And sewer abatement request.
Yeah, I'm just taking a peek at that. This is from, it's from 133 Elm Street, so it looks like, says a spigot was left open.
They brought any paperwork for it?
Yeah, this backup data right there.
Yep.
Makes sense. You'll have to pay the water, just not the sewer, because it doesn't go into the sewer, and on the ground.
That's just, see his rates are normal at this amount, and that's putting an addition.
Sure is. Yep.
Definitely. But in the data, all paperwork that was necessary to approve, which was,
Now, where is the faith in action?
It says in Newport, this is not, I haven't met this individual yet. He came in, talked to the girls and did a request and asked if they could put some sort of a bin out here in the lobby to take, it says diapers on the thing, and I'm not sure what type of, if they're talking about diapers for children, I'm assuming so. And then there's also thank you. Then there's also a poster board out here that has mildly used blankets and stuff like that, so, that's the request. Don't have a strong opinion one way or the other, I didn't know what you
yeah,
guys would
it's a
think about it.
request with the diapers and stuff.
I do know this, the pastor, he called to tell me they were going to do that because they had so many children without diapers, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And having worked at the hospital, I remember one woman, if you can spare a story, that used one diaper all day. So she could save on diapers. Okay, so we do have a need in the area. I know Pat was nice enough one time, she had some extra swimming diapers that she gave us for our kids for the holiday. So I
They
don't.
use them.
Yeah, they use them and they're very costly. That's all I can tell you is I do know he tries to help out all these people in need. Okay?
And that people are aware that he's there and
Yeah, he
They
goes
call
to
people.
shelters and all that stuff, yeah.
So you guys are okay with doing that?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
as long as everybody knows.
And just, we talked about dog licenses there the other day, I just brought a list of, that's the unregistered list, just to give an idea of how many we have at the moment. Doesn't really need any action, I'm just sharing it with you.
Some of these people have moved, now Dave, Susan, the list of people that moved, that I knew moved, that aren't in town anymore.
So you did give them to her?
Yeah, I already told
Okay.
them the ones that I knew of that had been out of the area or the dog was deceased.
And that's something that Trish just provided that to me too, so you'd have an idea, that's all.
Yeah.
We need to check what do you say on this is still on?
Which the, Charles does follow up on me.
Cause they didn't know my baby had died until I told them.
Didn't bring any cremation papers.
I got the box, so.
Did, I was gonna say, is there a state law that says you have to license your dog? Cause I noticed on it, there is, okay, cause I noticed the ordinance that we have now, there's no requirement for that, so.
Rabies shots too, don't they?
Yeah.
Okay, this one I don't see on here.
Can I ask a question? Compared to last year, how are we doing?
A lot
About the
better.
same?
Yes,
No, I
down
was
here
gonna
is
say,
me.
I thought you had 4 pages last year.
Yep.
Okay.
Good.
Tree removal on Pleasant Street pool lot. The group that is looking to do the flag project is asking if they can move, there's 2 trees there, and I told them that I wanted to ask permission of selectmen, it's not really my authority to talk about cutting trees down, so I wanted to see what you guys thought of that. I have no issues with it, I don't see a problem with it. They're trying to do it to increase visibility there when they do the project.
And that's not gonna take away shade from that pool.
No,
No, this is
the
up
old
on-
one, yeah.
this
The
is
old
up-
one,
Oh,
on
oh,
Pleasant.
oh,
Yeah, it's up on
Okay.
Pleasant Street, beside the, one of them may be a Legion tree, maybe on the Legion
Yeah.
property anyway. So I'm not sure about that, but I figured we ought to do a motion on that and take a vote on it, so.
Well, to protect the investment of the flags and the memorial and stuff, if one of those trees come down onto it, it would be, I think it would be in the best interest to have them removed for that
Right.
reason, for
Yep,
not to have all that work done and then the
tree come down on
tree
it.
coming down on the memorial. Or
Yep, that makes sense.
I make a motion that we have, allow them to remove the trees as necessary on Pleasant Street for,
Second, all those in favor? It is a vote.
Okay, this is another thing that's not on here, it's gonna be under other, is, this is a quitclaim deed for, Robert and Janice Rich's property. These are liens that didn't get, released back years ago. One of them's from 1985 and one is from 1990. And, through the, unfortunately she passed, and through that process, we've been contacted to see if we would release them from the attorney, so. Just need signatures on that to release them, so.
Could I have a witness for this? Did I have anything else on the other?
Yeah, I got 2 other things. On April 16th, just like permission prior to the selectmen's meeting to do the public hearing, the public process we have to do for the CDBG pass-through grant. We need to do it that night if we can, and, just wanna make sure it's okay if we do it that evening.
you want it before or after the selectmen's meeting?
I think we should do it before, that's generally what we do. I know Dave Pelton's planning on being here.
So 4 o'clock or,
I think we can do it at 5. We don't,
Oh,
it
5.
usually doesn't,
No, okay.
it doesn't take,
That's on the 16th.
yeah, yeah. Just wanna make sure you guys are okay with that.
Yep.
Okay. And then also, I'd like to have permission for April 18th from 12 to 1:30. Get an employee event that I'd like to shut down the town office for that time frame. We don't do that very often, but I'd like to do it this time so we can recognize a few folks.
Okay.
And the time of closure of the office would be?
12 to 1:30 during lunch.
I move that we do that.
Second?
All those in favor? It's a vote.
Thank you. That's all that I have, and the rest is to sign warrants.
Will that be open, will that, April 18, will that be open to the public? No, it's closed.
It's closed. It's an employee event.